Today we are talking about the climate and weather in China. So, I have a Chinese friend. He sent me a message, said, "Hey Jessica, next month I'm going to travel in Europe. What kind of clothing should I prepare?" Europe is huge. Which part of Europe are you going? Again, even if it's in same country, for example, Italy, it could be very different for the north and the south. So it's the same for China. China is huge, so it always depends on where you are going. Generally, in the summer, it's very hot and humid. While in some northern city, it's still very cool and comfortable. And generally in the winter, that's cold and dry. But in the south, some part of China, you can still swim in the sea. So it's still warm and comfortable. So it depends on where you are going. But generally, we will consider the summer as June, July, and August. In most of the places in China, it's very, very hot. And it could be as high as 40 degrees. So winter became generally from November. And then in December, January, and February, it's very cold and dry. If you can choose, of course, if you have a business schedule and you cannot choose when to go to China, and if you are flexible with your itinerary and you can choose in September, October, March, April, or May go to China, that's the best season to travel in China. Also, that's in tourism that is considered as the high season. And then the following situations, I hope you will not personally experience that, but you might need to be prepared. It might happen. So in the summer, in the south part of China, they have typhoon and monsoon seasons. So it has a lot of rain. And some of the typhoons are very dangerous. You might also from some news have heard of the typhoon in south part of China. And in the north part, in winter, it could be very, very cold. It could be as low as minus 40 degrees. And sometimes you, during the summer, you go to a city and then most of the time it's dry in this city, and then continuously in 4 or 5 days, it's just continuous rain and rain and rain. So, no sun. So, again, these are probably extremes, but you can prepare it. And another question I was asked very often is about the air pollution. The air pollution normally starts from end of October and beginning of November, and then it gets serious and more, worse in the winter. And in the coming year, March, April, it will get better. And in the northern, it's more serious than in the south part. And nowadays, of course, the government also put more and more efforts in reducing their air pollution and improve the air quality. So every year it's getting better. That's good news. Okay, in general, you really need to check the weather forecast for the city or the cities you are going to visit. And you can go to the website travelchinaguide.com, and they have the specific cities, and you can check there for the days you are going to stay in China. and prepare your clothing accordingly. So we hope you have a very pleasant travel in China, and we hope for the best weather for you. Okay, thank you for watching and see you next time.